Welcome to the Empowered Soccer Society, where we believe in working smarter, not harder, so you have more time and energy for the things that truly matter. Each week, we share a powerful strategy with a new guest expert to help you achieve more with less effort. If you want to get these weekly tips, subscribe to the channel, follow the podcast, and be sure to sign up for our weekly email newsletter. Everything is linked below. Let's get into this week's tip.
Thank you for choosing to listen to my Slacker hack. I'm Susie. I live in North Hampshire in the UK. I have 3 kids and a day job. My passion, however, is my ADHD and declutter coaching. And my business is called A Space for Living. And I help people create just that, space in their lives for all the things that they actually want and would choose to have in their lives. And today I want to tell you about my Slacker hack, which is the power of holistic decluttering. We're often told about decluttering in the physical sense, so related to the stuff around you, your home, desk, that kind of thing. And we're sold very generic solutions such as schedules, organization tips, certain storage solutions. You know the thing. Just follow this program and you'll no longer be surrounded by clutter. However, the reality for many, especially those with neurodivergence, which I'll talk about another time, is that these generic one-size-fits-all solutions and suggestions just don't stick. They don't work long term. They don't fit into your specific life. And that's often because decluttering goes so much deeper. If it was just about the stuff, we would just hire a skip, right? Just get rid of everything. And we know that decluttering, even in this physical sense, is more complicated. We know that there are thoughts and feelings that we have attached to the stuff. Have you ever considered that you can also have clutter mentally and emotionally as well? So, the thoughts, the feelings that are kind of stopping us doing what we want. The way I see clutter, and this is based on a quote by a guy called Peter Walsh, is that clutter is anything that is getting in the way of you living the life that you want, not just the stuff on the floor. So every time that little voice pipes up in your head and suggests that you're not good enough, that you shouldn't do that, or that's not for you, what would so-and-so do, that kind of thing, that's clutter. Every time you feel a pang of guilt because you want to do something, say something, or even not do something others would expect of you, that's clutter. Every time you don't sit down and take a break because you feel it's lazy, that's clutter. All of those thoughts and feelings are stopping you doing what you want. It's often the result of taking too much on board. So whether that's other people's expectations or demands of you, or just what may be expected from us in society, it can be because we simply want to be loved and accepted, or perhaps a trauma has taken away our trust in ourselves and our judgments. So as you can imagine, this clutter can really start to interfere with our dreams, our desires, our businesses, relationships, everything, in fact, can be affected by clutter. So what do we do about it? I want to share with you a small thing that you can start to do today to break this cycle of living with clutter. Think about one thing that you have in your life that you want to be better. So it could be a physical clutter category such as clothes, kids stuff, perhaps your hallway, part of your home, or it could be a repeating thought or pattern or behavior that's not helping you right now. Perhaps a certain person or something that others have said that keeps repeating in your mind and stopping you from doing something. Perhaps it's a feeling that keeps being triggered. Have a think of something and give it a score out of 10. So 10 is the best it could be and 0 is the absolute worst. Once you've done that, imagine what life could be like if this clutter was completely gone. What would you be able to do? What would you have more of? Would it be more energy, more patience? What dream could you fulfill? Make this connection in your mind with that desire that you have. So you have your clutter and then you have your dream if that clutter didn't exist. So then ask yourself, why is that dream important? Ask yourself this question a couple of times. I'll give you an example. So you may have chosen clothes, for example. You may feel you have too many. You may wish to be able to get ready more quicker in the morning, or for going out anywhere, that kind of nothing to wear sort of feeling. And yeah, that makes sense. But why? Why is that important to you? So you can have more time for other things, maybe? Longer in bed, nicer breakfast, not feel so rushed. Perhaps you feel awful about yourself as you pull on the things that don't fit so well, make you feel unattractive. Starts to grate on your self-esteem. And perhaps when you return to your bedroom later on, everything is a mess. You feel there's another chore in front of you, and it just makes you feel less than others. You don't feel that you have things together, you don't feel as good as others, and again, it just chips away at how you see yourself. So you may even decide that something as innocuous on the surface as decluttering your clothes may start to preserve your time and energy. It may feel better about yourself, may open up more possibilities for achievement at work, losing weight, enjoying going out more. It's really personal to you. So think about what that dream, what that desire actually means to you. So you can see that as you go deeper with it, as you ask yourself those questions, the more emotional it will feel, and the more of a reason, a compelling reason that you will find for making a change. So you have your clutter, you've rated it on a scale of 1 to 10, and you have your bigger reason for making a change. And the next step is to think about one small step that will move your rating up just 1 or 2 points. So we're not going to go from 0 to 10, but perhaps you could go from a 3 to a 4 or a 5, something like that. So what small thing, if it was different, would make that clutter feel a little less awful? So the clothes example, perhaps it's sorting the clothes you have on the floor, removing 5 things from your cupboard, selling a few bits. Whatever it is, decide on that one small action, that one small step that you can take that will move it to 1 or 2 points less awful. Then have a think about the obstacles and the control you have over that one thing. If we're trying to do something that either doesn't fit with our lives or we simply cannot do because it's outside of our control, then we will continue to feel disheartened and not make progress. And we won't notice even when we do make the progress. And don't forget that you can literally only control what you do, think and feel. Nothing else. We're also humans leading lives, and other things may come up. We may have dependents, we may have health issues, we may have work stuff, and let's face it, more exciting things than decluttering come up. So if these things happen and you need to put them first, or you want to put them first, then don't beat yourself up about it. Just know that they will happen and have a plan as to how you're going to deal with it. And the best thing to do is to reimagine that impact that you've decided that small task is contributing to, and just come back to it when you can. Deciding when and how you do your task is also important. We all know about SMART goals, and so making that commitment to yourself is also going to make it much more likely that you will do the thing. But by having that intention in the first place is such a big key to actually moving yourself forward. And I think a lot of times we try and make big changes too quickly. We don't appreciate the small things that are adding up, and we don't always know what we're aiming for. So by setting that intention with yourself and having it really clear what these small steps are contributing to, having that bigger goal in mind, you can already lessen the friction of doing the smaller, less obvious tasks. You'll be able to see that the small things that you're doing are actually feeding into something much bigger and much more important to you. So I hope that's been helpful. I do have a free resource that you may like to help to get this activity done and beyond, and move you up and up your scale. So the links are attached. I'd also really love to hear about what's come up for you from this hack, and to hear perhaps about what you will be working towards. What's your bigger goals? What do you want from your life that clutter is actually stopping you from getting right now, that you will be able to move towards? So thanks again. I hope you've enjoyed that. Keep in touch. I'd love to hear what's come up for you.
We hope you enjoyed this Slacker hack of the week. Remember, smart work beats busy work. Until next time, stay empowered, stay slacking. If you want to do a good deed of the day and help us grow the channel and bring you even more amazing content, leave us a comment, subscribe, leave us a review, do all the things. We'll see you guys next time.